You.
Hello everyone, Wilhelm Hast here with
V, Happy New Year. We are just so excited about 2025. What are we excited about, Wilhelm?
Well, we have created new ways of working with our clients, and you're one of them if you see this video. So the video of January month is this video, and we want to set some frames for how to enter the year in the community called Your Path to Power. Give you a heads up of what's coming, and we've got 2 invitations for you in this video as well. So 5 years ago, I started working with some frameworks, or you could call them principles and models and tools that I hadn't seen before. They caught my interest because they seemed very aligned with what I'd seen working for decades in terms of pointing myself and other people towards healthy perspectives. One is building your power, and the other one is building your production. And sorry, there was a ping on the computer there and got distracted. That happens to us, right? So in terms of living a life where I'm happy with the results I produce, and I produce those results without sacrificing my well-being, that's been my interest for decades. And these ways of approaching that interesting topic 5 years ago caught my interest. I started to do some courses myself and implement what I learned. And then after 2-3 years, this woman who I happened to be married with said, "You're changing. What are you doing? Could you share a little bit what you saw?" And because I didn't share much of what I'd done, I think.
No, you kind of went silently into this during just pre-COVID or COVID times.
Yeah.
I guess what I noticed, and look, we have what I would call a delicious relationship, so we're good anyway.
Yes.
But what had shifted and changed that I had really noticed with Wilhelm was he was less reactive, meaning that on occasion when things don't go well for Wilhelm, there's kind of the blame game and who's at fault and so forth. And kind of because you're the wife, sometimes you get to be at the end of that blame or at the butt of that blame, depending on how you wanted to talk about it. So I had noticed that he was less reactive, and even when he was reactive, it wasn't about me. It was, oh, I don't see this clearly, or oh, I'm clearly frustrated. So he'd actually shifted his frame, his mindset on how and when he got frustrated, he started to look inward more than outward. And he started to get more reflective than reactive. And that was such a beautiful thing for our marriage. It was like, oh, you're different. And I loved it. I loved it. I was so excited. Now, look, hey, I'm not a perfect wife, by the way, just in case you think I might be. So, of course, some of the times he was reactive. He was absolutely correct. So it's not like he's like 100% wrong and, 0% right. It's like, okay, but it changed. It was like 80% of the time, hey, this is me. I'm wrong. I've got this wrong, or I see things not in the correct way. And of course, there were times when, of course, it was my fault, and we could have a different conversation and a different depth of conversation around things. So that was the thing that I really liked more. And he became, this is going to sound really weird, he became more of a husband and a partner than a person in a relationship with me. I don't know how I can explain that, but he wanted to take care of me. He wanted to tell me he loved me more. He was more tactile and loving in his communication. And it just was kind of a different quality in our relationship. Again, as I said, we have a great relationship, but when something even goes more deep, when something becomes even more intimate, when something becomes, our communication improves, it's like, well, why wouldn't I want more of that? Of course I want more of that. So that was what I noticed.
Good. Keep talking. We could go on for a long time like this. No, the thing was, the perspectives that I started to engage with, which we will teach you this year, includes all 4 key domains of life. So instead of being very work-oriented and having a very loving and great marriage already, I started to take daily actions and understood how I could build my capacity with work, but also with my family, and marriage, but also with my sense of purpose and who I'm being in the world, and also in my relationship to my own body. So for a couple of years, I had been at work with my body, my sense of purpose and meaning, key relationships and work, and suddenly something clicked, and I had a shift, right? Fast forward a few years, a year ago, I was telling you that in December, between Christmas and New Year's, I'm going to take 2 days and do a video training on designing the next year. That was the application of the same principles I've been teaching. So would you be okay if I took a couple of half days while we were in Copenhagen on that trip and just did some videos and reflection for myself? And you said, yes, of course. I'm happy to join in with you, Fiona said. And I said, no, you don't. I'll do that myself. I'll tell you if I think something is interesting for you, I told her. And then later that afternoon, it was like 3, 4, 5 hours later, I caught myself. What an idiot. Here, my business partner and wife want to join me in mapping out all of 2024 in an online workshop recording. And I said, no, I know, I got this stuff, I'll tell you if. And I said, of course, I was stupid. Let's do it together. And let's do this, share in another minute, because it's going to be a very long video if we start talking. You joined in and you had something that you called your best year ever, 2024.
I did.
How come?
Very simply, I think for a lot of my Januaries, whether they've been January 1919 or 14 or January 13, I have ideas and dreams and wishes, and I would love it to be better. But I think the difference for me in this exploration was I really got to see where I was in the moment with all of these things, with my body, with my relationship with you and my parents and my best friends, with our business, and of course with my own communication and communion with the divine, or the divine intelligence or spirit or God, whatever word works for you. And when I actually took stock of that place and then took the time to see what is it I really wanted, not what is it he wanted for me or what I thought he wanted for me or what my parents would think would be good for me or whatever, but really got excited about what is it, Fiona, you want in 2024, and map that out, I got so excited and inspired. And a lot of the things that I really put on that list for what we would call our impossible games or our best year ever came true.
And we will tell you more in the seminars next week. Cliffhanger here, because we don't want to have this be a long video, rather a short invitation. So last year, we started teaching those principles in some of our programs as a test, as a pilot run, and the results was amazing. Last week, second week in January, I led a program called Your Best Year Ever, a 2-day training with the same principles. It's like 5 key things that you learn that starts to have an impact, not on your work only, but in all of your life, including work. And it was, I'd say, magical 2 days. People were so authentic and real and honest. And I've been speaking to 10 or 12 people of the 40 who attended now afterwards. And every single person said, wow, this was great. So in your path to power, we will start training you in these principles as well. Because it is really a path to power. That is what we're all about. We are changing our offers and ways of working a bit 2025. The True Effectiveness program is coming to a close after 5 years, and we launched the Accelerator Power program instead, which is a new generation building on the previous experience of the effectiveness programs we've had. So there is exciting stuff to learn, that's the point. And we are entering 2025 with even more clear visions and inspiring games for ourselves and with our clients too. And you'll be part of that inside of this community. So 2 invitations to you. This was an unusual monthly video in this community because it's no real teaching going on here and now, other than us sharing and pointing you towards the availability of up-leveled perspectives and trainings for you. So instead, we want to invite you to 2 workshops next week, or 2 seminars and workshops. One is the Your Path to Power monthly seminar. It's taking place on Thursday next week, the 23rd of January at 2 p.m. Swedish time, where we will start introducing you to these perspectives and methods that made such a difference for us and our clients in 2024. 3 of them has to do with building your power and understanding how you can build your power on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. And the second set of models has to do with production of results, meaning what do you actually want if you were free to create? And how do you go about to moving forward in the direction of actually creating results that you want? Get on track when you fall off track, get hope and inspiration again when you lose inspiration and all of that. So power and production are the 2 main things that we will speak on that seminar. 2 o'clock Thursday, hope you can join us. Otherwise, you'll watch the recording, of course. Also in January, I'm leading a couple of weekly planning workshops. It's a new way to plan your week going forward. It builds on what we've been doing before, but it's, let's call it the 2025 upgrade of review, of course. I was teaching this 5 minutes ago on a webinar with corporate people, so I mix it up now. You review your week, you reflect on your week, and you refocus your week. And especially the refocus part, we have interesting new things to talk about, where you learn to open your doors week by week and to take actions in the 4 key domains of life to build your power. Well, that was a lot. I'm talking fast. Join us, if you can, next Friday, January the 24th, for an hour, where we'll teach you, train you, and you'll actually complete your own planning for the following week. So the Monday, the 27th, you can come in to work and feel like, wow, my week is already mapped out. This is great. So that's the invitation.
What time is that, by the way?
That is 1 o'clock.
Okay, super.
So I'll repeat more slowly. Thursday, 2 o'clock, seminar, where we'll introduce you to the 5 domains of study to have freedom and accomplish results beyond what you've had done before. And on Friday, 1 o'clock, we have a weekly planning workshop to really enter the following week with clarity, power, and certainty. So that's that, I think.
That's that. Fabulous.
Do we need to tell we are inspired to contribute to you and the community going into 2025?
Oh, yes.
We are. So your path to power started here for the year in this video. Go to the school group, see the calendar for events that's happening there, make a post, comment on other people's posts if you love to do that. And then we hope to see you either live next week, or you'll see us on the recording of those seminars next week. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next seminar or video.
Yeah, look forward to it. And Happy New Year again. We're
Yes.
excited.
Bye-bye.